Hello, everyone. My name is Kristen Manners, and this is a special edition of Targeted. I am here with my co-host V, and I am also here with Toby Huitt. I had placed a invitation on Facebook to Diana Belrose and also to Amy Sharon. Apparently, and I want this to be noted. I have not been familiar with Miss Sharon, but I have been familiarized with her. And she has been working the system, basically. She has been coming to multiple entities, Red Pill Hardcore, Anthony Thomas, my co-host V, and at one time she had requested funds. And I'll let V go in more to that, but she has basically attacked Toby Huitt to a point where it is utterly ridiculous. She has called her names that are just slanderous. And the reason for this is we're basically protecting ourselves, because when somebody comes out and says something like this about any one of us, we're going to stand up and we're going to speak our mind about it, because for me personally, I am extremely tired of having my name slandered and having the names of the people that I'm working closely with slandered. And these things are outrageous. This individual, and we have documentation of this, was jailed for 50 days on a harassment charge. This is a person that is working the system big time. So Toby, once again, I can't thank you enough for coming here today and helping along the way, and I want to apologize to both you and your family for this, because this is utterly ridiculous. Thank you, Toby. Can you
welcome.
How this started and what the situation was, and V, whatever you need to do at this point too, because like I said, I have been unfamiliar with this individual.
Well, actually, let me start first. Miss Amy Sharon had, well, let's just say she's a bit of a attention whore. And she's a raging narcissist, okay? She makes videos after videos after videos of herself, to the point where even Facebook had to lock her out of her own account. Authorities have had to lock her out of her own account because of the wild allegations she's had against the governor, against some other people. She claims to be the daughter of some dead musician, B.T. Thomas or something like that. She claims she's Miss Hollywood and all this, just raging narcissistic, delusional sort of things. And Anthony's always scouting for people to be on the show, people who are victims of the system. And I, like to vet and try to research my guests and whatnot. And this Amy Sharon, I'm going to tell you, I spent night after night, days after days, with her being homeless because she got kicked out of this place. Shelters won't take her. She has a history everywhere. Police will not answer her phone calls anymore. Even if they do, they don't help her because, again, she is, like you said, someone who's playing the system. But I have spent hours in the night. It actually made my show suffer. Not able to get my TV show, The Red Pill Hardcore, up on time a few times because I'm on the phone with this person through all hours of the night just to keep her awake so she didn't get raped by, men who, being men. And she just always had a sob story of why this went wrong, why that went wrong. I had given her unending advice on what to do in certain situations. She always took the opposite situation and ended up calling me again. Always calling me. Now, I later realized that, through some talks we've had, well, she's doing a little gold digging, whatnot, trying to get in good with me, trying to get into my pants. Oh, how much I love dark-skinned men and with long hair and da 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 da. This is after she's seen my TV show, Red Pill Hardcore, and just talking about herself nonstop, and then talking about how she's still fertile, and
How's what?
Talking about how she's still fertile, being a 43.
Did you say TMI? Did you say TMI? What does that have to do with the price of rice in China?
Well, she would tell me that, oh, well, I got raped last night, or I went and slept with this guy to be in the hotel room, and I think I'm pregnant. And it's like, well, that's
what, does she carry around an instant pregnancy test just in case?
Well, and like these delusional stories, like, I think I might keep it. What do you think? Do you think a guy like you would want a girl like me if I were pregnant? And I'm just thinking to myself,
excuse me?
What? Yes. Like, what a whack bag. And so, yeah, like I'm supposed to be her knight in shining armor that's supposed to come and get her, and all. It's just ridiculous. But basically, I set up a situation here where and get her some funds to get someplace safe. Okay, she kept talking about this paperwork that she had. She had boxes and boxes of paperwork for a lawsuit against the state of Texas. And she had left it in the woods, in the tent, and guys were coming by and
that must have been the woods she was walking through the day when she made her video.
Well, she kept saying something about this paperwork and whatnot, and guys, she couldn't stay there in the woods with her tent because men kept harassing her there and cutting into her tent and trying to rape her. I'm thinking, sure, that's a very likely story.
Cutting into her tent to try to rape her.
Right. So she had no choice to leave her stuff there. And she had all her jewelry stolen from her, everything in the world stolen from her, even her paperwork. It was a circus. It was a circus of all the stories she told me of how her paperwork's over here, cops stole her paperwork, and that's over there, and it's back and forth. Her paperwork. And I'm doing I got a few gray hairs over this, okay? And basically, she wanted to get someplace. Like, really, I don't believe you, because you you're not taking my advice, doing anything, you're not doing anything. I told you. I'm just a sucker for men, for dark-skinned men, especially Indian-type guys. And because, this guy is helping me out right now. No, forget that. Forget that. Just go do this. And then she ended up with this Indian guy who was, I guess she was using because he had tons of money. Actually, illegal. And illegal, who actually distanced himself from her because, well, he was illegal. He wanted to get sent back over the border, messing around with her. But all the money this man worked for, he had thousands and thousands of dollars, and she ended up bleeding this man dry and getting him in trouble anyways. He tried to escape to another state, back to his employers. They got hemmed up with the police because she called the police on him because he vanished on her and supposedly had some for things. I really doubt that.
How is it that she's continued to get away with this? I mean,
well, she has a way of playing the victim role. She is a habitual narcissistic victim.
well, I'll tell you what aggravates me the most about that is because when you are a legitimate TI and you've had terrible, horrible things happen to you and you have attempted to contact the authorities to get help and you have been told no, this is the type of individual that makes it even more difficult for us to be believed when we have had real life situations happen that have affected our lives to the point to where we are at where we're at right now. That's why I am so annoyed, because I attempted to get assistance for heinous crimes and I was turned away by the authorities. So for somebody to go out there and pretend or to make up things that are happening and then try to work multiple people on it, that just irritates me. And then to go after another individual themselves, even worse.
Well, before I figured out all of this stuff, actually was going to have her on my TV show, the Bill Hardcore TV show. I had even dedicated some time cultivating, gathering, collecting all of her videos. We were going to make a full-blown documentary for her. But it wasn't until we created this effort to get her some money. I had talked to TIs, Anthony had talked to tons of people online looking for a safe house. And this is where Toby comes in.
Yep.
Go ahead, Toby.
Well, I didn't have much, so I gave what I had, $34, but then I offered my home, and then I saw first a tent in the backyard. Then I thought, well, she probably, need more comfort, and so I was gonna, fix up the garage because it's connected to my kitchen. And then I thought, oh my God, that's just terrible. She's been through so much. So I told her, well, you can stay on my couch in the living room. And then once she got the money, she was like, oh, that's not enough, and I need 70 more tonight so I can pay my rent. This is only enough to eat on. I had to give my boyfriend 10 of what you gave me. No appreciation, no thank you at all. And I was like, so I called, I text Anthony, I'm like, I don't like this girl. She's really rude. I said, I felt really disrespected, and he says, well, get your money back if you want, and then, she said, yeah, you can have your money back, but text after text, he would block me, like, oh, I'm giving your money back. A day would go by, I'm blocked. I'm like, and then she popped back on, oh, I need your full name. I give her my full name, and then block again. And then she was narrowing me down to where I live in Sacramento. And she goes, "Oh, I need your zip code." I wasn't going to give her my address, but I gave her my zip code. And next thing I know, she called CPS on me. She called Sacramento police on me. And then I didn't know that until one day. I just thought, oh, well, it's a loss. Oh well, well, it's my fault. It was like $34. But then, she's like, "Oh, she only gave me $20. It's like she's making it even smaller. But the fact is, I did donate. I tried to help. Plus, I opened my home to you. And I was going to send 20. And then I thought, well, she's going to have to eat on the train, or something. So I tried to give a little bit more so she would be able to eat, And then she got the money and said, "Thank you." It's like, "Well, we need more. We need more." And I'm like, "I can't give you more." And then maybe like 3 days went by, and I asked her for them. Yeah, I think I want my money back because I could spend it on my grandkids. Just extra something, because it's for them. Their money. And then I wake up, and there's a whole bunch of private messages, and they're like, "Are you Toby? You need to watch this." And it was a video of Amy. I sent it to Kristen. It is of Amy saying that she called CPS on me, and she's going to take my 6 grandkids away because I'm starving them, and I belong to a cult.
Well, I it really, really gets me with how just the scam. So I didn't even know that part. She started calling the authorities on you. It's not knowing anything about you. But what I did know is that after she did not make her way to you, Toby,
Yeah.
we basically just said, "Look, you're a scam artist. You're taking us for a ride. You've not taken any of our advice. You're not taking any of our help, even though you keep latching on to us.
Yeah.
You've done nothing." I've had people donate up to $700 to her.
Yes.
Oh my
$700.
God. Are you joking me?
I had people donate $700 to her I would say over a period of a week. Okay, she had enough money to get food,
Yep.
hotel room, bus ticket, on her way to Toby, Safe House. But because we said we're no longer going to deal with you, she started slandering us, saying that she started slandering me specifically, saying that I was going to send her to a cult.
Yes.
Send you to Tinder to a what?
A cult.
Oh, I don't know you like that, V. So you better stop all that.
Well, here we have Toby, who's a grandmother. She's got her kids, and Toby, I believe it's your sister, your cousin, who's a women's rights activist that does a woman speaking.
A few of them.
And so, basically, this was a perfect scenario for her to rise up, get some strength, be a woman, tell her horrible experiences that she's been through, give her experience out there, inspire some other women, say, "Hey, I've been through hell, but I'm here talking to you guys." No. If she were legit, she would have done everything that we asked her to do. She would have been in the best of hands. Now, being a scam artist, what she's going to do is pluck money out of everyone's pockets and come up with a story so she can continue to scam other people and to continue to scam other people and to continue to scam other people.
Slandering.
Now, what is really, really terrible about this is whenever she got locked out of her Facebook accounts, one of the times she did, she would call me and tell me, "Well, reach these people, reach that person. I know there's I think her name's Deanna Rose or something like that. This woman has helped me through everything. Please get a hold of her. Now we talked to this lady, and she says, "Oh, I'll pray for her. I won't give her any more money, and no, I'm not going to offer her any shelter."
Who are you speaking of now?
Just a lady. I think her name's Deanna Rose or something like that.
That's Diana Belrose's other name.
No. This is a completely different other individual.
This is the one that was in charge of the money. I think her name was Joanne. What's her name? I have her phone number and name on here.
Yeah, she was a contact that was given to us to make sure she was okay. And this lady said no.
Victoria.
Said, no, I'm not going to give her any money. So she's been scammed, or at least she feels as though that she had given enough, and this woman's gotten nowhere. And
so this lady is Diana Rose. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not talking about Bella Rose. I'm not. No. This is
okay.
This is a Christian blonde lady. Okay. Now, and there were a few other people who we were given information to contact, and they said, no, we're not going to help her. So there are red flags that keep popping up along the way, and it's just, I'm not wanting, because I am that kind of guy. I'm the knight in shining white armor that'll come and save the day, and I will try my best to do what I can for a person, but after every red flag was hit, I had to say, hey, screw it. And so sometime later, actually, well, she blocked Anthony online, but sometime later she unblocked him and started inboxing him her videos again. And then she came out with a message saying, "Oh, I'm talking to director and producer." And yeah, so what? Well, nothing. Anthony cut her off, said, "We don't want anything to do with you, you know, but you're nobody. We talk to people in Hollywood all the time. But I am from Hollywood." No. You're from Hollywood? You're not. You were in Hollywood, okay? And I will let everyone know right now, I do have my MK Ultra whistleblower from Hollywood, an actress that was on Lost, Buffy, and a few other things. That's going to be on the Red Pill Hardcore TV show coming up soon, so look out for that. But yes, I know people from Hollywood, okay? And this Amy Sharon was never in Hollywood. She thinks she's some sort of celebrity. So like this is Javier Xavier, as you like to say.
Javier.
These so-called celebrities are just
yeah. Well, I'm looking right now. This is another thing, and because I'm doing this in defense right now of Toby Huitt, because it's ridiculous. There is a fake profile put up by this individual in Toby's name. It is an extension of her name, Toby Huitt Austin.
That's my married name, but she tried to say it was fake.
Yeah, she has taken her photographs for the profile, and she's also named Toby Huitt, Russell Bothwell, Robert Beatty, Billy White. And she says she has a whole blog about this, and then the newest one on here were the ones that I got. Please help solve this nightmare. This is Toby Huitt, who has a cultish-like group terrorizing me for almost a year now. They have admitted it was over her. Many look like satanic gang people. Most use fake names and have pics looking very dark and gothic. I was told if I watched a satanic looking video, they would leave me alone. And then it just goes on and on. I didn't get the other part of it. And then this one, I never ever, family dark, shocking secrets. True crimes. I was threatened over if I was exposed. I plan to be back on the radio and talking to the director and producer about a possible movie deal.
Now, let me stop you there. But see, that's just how much of a scam artist she is. This was maybe 3 months ago. No. I would say about 4 or 5 months ago that she had already been talking to someone in Hollywood and producers and directors. Now, you see how her story hasn't picked up? She's actually taking a step back. She's going to try to find someone. This one is a delusional narcissist. Okay, extremely delusional. She again, go ahead.
Oh, I say she put out a video this morning saying that we were pedophiles and our cult is for pedophiles. And how can you say something like that when I raised 6 grandchildren in my home? You know, how could somebody say something like that and put it out on internet? You know, and
that's the thing, though. That is her way of getting out of her scam. Now, she had $700 to get out of her homelessness, to get to you, to have a safe house, to be guarded by other women, because since the men raping her and following her, this is such a big deal for her, right? This is her way of getting out of that. It's like, oh crap, all my problems have been solved. How can I keep talking about my problems and getting all this attention if my problems have been solved? Boom, she's got to slander you. She's got to come up with a way to make it look like you're victimizing her now.
Well, and then uses these entities. Right here, this is the brand newest video from Diana Bell Rose. This was when she was in her car. I watched this video. And her comment down on the bottom, this was Amy Sharon commenting on her video as it was playing. It says, I did a new video. We need to talk in person. I have some ideas.
She's a scam artist.
She wants Diana to send her some money. And then you'll never hear from her again.
I'm shocked. A lot of the reason why is because I have not known this individual, and you really should be able to just read this. Really. If you're intelligent and you have some common sense, you should just be able to read this. They have admitted it over and over. Many look like satanic gang people. I did a live videos proving their hate crimes, Facebook hacking daily for months, now hacking into my emails and gallery threats, bullying, cyberstalking. It's urgent that they put her in jail and find my documents.
Yeah, she says she's getting me put in prison.
And
that's the thing, though. She actually she makes so many videos. There have been people that have threatened her, because I'm pretty sure they're very angry that she has scammed them.
A lot.
And she has to play this victim thing even harder. She is such a narcissist. She makes a video of herself a day.
It might not be a bad idea. It may not be a bad idea to get it out on Google or the internet or somehow, asking other victims to come forward that have asked for money, that have donated money to her.
Well, I actually already have that planned, and I'm gonna show Diana Belarus and how, because Diana, she really needs to not.
Open the window.
Well, I mean, I've had Diana Belarus on my TV show, Dreadful Hardcore, and you know, this whole thing about, you know, protecting women globally and all that stuff. Yeah, great. That's all wonderful. But now I'm looking at it, it's like, is she going to accept every female sob story that she comes across? Is she going to do any research on these people?
And then she invited me the night before, Diana did, come and be on my show tomorrow, please. She goes, here's the number, this and that. And I have it. I have the, you know, the text, the message, private message. And then she tells me, I want to see Amy's reaction. And then I didn't get to say a word except she said, who's this? I said, Toby. And then Amy flipped out. Hang up. That's her. That's the cult, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, my God. So I called again. They hung up on me, I never get to say a word. And she told the police that I brought all these cult people, you know, to a radio show to disturb her.
Wait. So that's news to me. But I do know that, Kristen, didn't you say that Diana Belarus was trying to double dip? Did she?
She's double dipping today. I mean, you go on there, and you tell her, look, this is a scam artist. You had a scam artist on your show, and we're doing a show today to expose her. What does she do? She books her for another show.
After almost coming onto this episode.
Because the message that I had gotten from Toby is Toby had said she's going back on the show today, which is today. And so I said, why would you do that? I mean, if people are coming to you saying, hey, look, this person scammed us out of money, they're coming to you now, why would you schedule her back to back for another show? And Toby had told me that is indeed what was happening, that she was rescheduled again for another appearance. And this was immediately following the information that she had been given about this individual. And to me, I'm sorry, but that is a red flag. You don't schedule somebody again for another appearance on a show if they have scammed other people.
And then all the information, because I had sent Diana all the information, a lot of it. See, look at, you know, this is what Amy's done.
Well, you know, a little background on Diana Belarus. She actually came to the United States. She came to Hollywood to be a star herself, to be an actress or whatever. I guess she didn't make it.
Singer,
and
actress,
so
everything.
I think this might be a bit of a ride for Diana Belarus to get in, because Amy will try to convince her that that
I heard her single. I heard her music single.
Yeah, so they have a little click together. It's a bit of that narcissism, I think, and I'm thinking that. Go ahead.
Another one.
So they both can think they're Hollywood together, I guess. I don't know. They have not approached me saying anything. You know, so I mean, what's there left to say? I can present the facts, and that's it. I mean,
well, I had very politely requested that she join. I had given you some information months and months and months ago that was very concerning for me, because I do my homework. I follow. the yellow brick road, so to speak, when it came to her. And it led to some places that you would not, absolutely not find for a typical TI in any way, shape, or form. No way, no how.
Yeah.
And, boy, I hate to throw this out there, but I will
I
do
felt
it.
the same.
That's an awful small, that's a, well, I'll go into, I mean, who paid for that? If anybody feel me?
Yeah.
Who paid for this? You come.
Well, she tried convincing me that she's all natural in some of our talks
Wow.
there. So,
You know what? My ass. I'm that age, and mine has gone south for the winter.
Exactly, mine too.
I mean, no longer gone are the days where a wife beater and a pair of jeans is acceptable without several visits to Victoria's Secret. Hello, I love them, but I'm not going to be in a perky mood without that visit. Thanks, come again.
You know, another thing she done like 2 days ago, she did it live. It's always something happens when she's alone. And she had her camera and she goes, "Oh, I'm going to take a walk out here." She goes straight to a tree. Then she goes, oh my God, a crime plotting camera. And there was a black t-shirt hanging from the tree. She goes, "It's a black baby." And I was like, you know, because she knows my grandbabies are native and black, you know. And then I'm like, and she tells, you know, she gets on the internet and she tells everyone, "Oh, I thought it was a black baby. Why would there be a black baby hanging from her tree?"
A black baby hanging from her tree.
I did it.
Now,
Huh?
that is just creepy to me to even hear that. To even
You
hear,
know, and I'm like, she's
there's a black
hinting and
baby.
doing this stuff, you know, to hurt me. You know, and then to talk about my kids that I starve them, you know, and this has been almost a whole year. This morning when I seen that, and I'm like, you know, I don't belong to a cult. You know, I'm a calm person at home, and I raised my grandchildren, you know, and I was caring for an 80-year-old. Everybody over 18 works in my home, you know, and to put out that I'm a pedophile.
You know what, Toby? It's like I said. I know that this is upsetting to you, and believe me, I've had my share. I have had, trust me, I've had my share of slander, and I'm so sorry that this is happening to you and your family, more than I could ever even tell you. You don't even know.
All her trouble she's taking out on me.
But
Probably because, I don't know, because I confronted her. I don't know, but maybe that's why, because I told her, you know, you're a fraud. You know, you know, you got a man. He can take care of you. He's eating off of my money from my grandkids.
well, yeah, the one thing that I need,
More.
and I know that you know this, Toby. You're a strong woman. I found that out from getting to know you. But you can't.
I can speak up for myself, but my grandkids are little.
You cannot help. You cannot help other people that have issues like this, and you just need to be wholly aware of who you are as an individual, because people can say whatever they want to say. God only knows they do me. But each and every day, I do what I need to do to keep my head up and keep my dignity and self-respect, because that is the one thing that I have above and beyond anything else in my situation is I stand wholeheartedly on the truth in my situation, and that's what you're standing on is the truth as well.
Well, I could tell you, I have a lot of, well, some of the conversations that I've had are recorded. And that combined with all the people that will want to stand up, that donated money to her, if she wants to try to deny any of the story, well, that'll be the next step.
I have some messages from people that said they have a lady named Farah. She was pretty upset, and she said she gave her $500, and with the promise from Amy that she would pay it back. Amy got it, and she blocked her.
Sounds to me like she's making a pretty good living.
So that's another $500. So she ended up getting over $1,200 then, just from dealing with us.
Yeah, when I donated, she goes, well, I did have 800, then I had 700 last week, but it all went to court papers. I had to refile, and I'm thinking, this don't sound right, you know. And then her being rude. Well, you need to look at Google and Google me, and you know what's going on in my life. And I'm like, I'm, you know, reached my hand out to help you. You know, you're very rude and disrespectful, you know, and I just called it a loss until I started getting on the messages telling me that you're Toby, she's putting you out, and she's going to take the grandkids from you. What? You know. And then when I was, you know, reached out to help her from my heart, you know, without even knowing her, you know, it wasn't a lot of money. It was the principle and the disrespect like that, you know. And then a grown man eating off my money.
Well, that's the thing. She'd be laying up in these hotel rooms. There would be these situations where this is how scandalous she is. In the bed with these men, calling me. What are you doing right now? Oh, well, you know, I don't know if I should do anything. I don't know if I should go anywhere. I'm laying, the guy sits right here in bed with me. Oh, I wish I could get out of the situation. And just more conversation alluding to me.
She would call you when she was in bed with another man?
Wow.
Yes. She would call me. Half the time I talked to her, she's laying in bed with another man. And
I mean, I'm sorry. I know you. I like you, V, but I'm not going to call and give you a shout out if there's a man next to me in the bed. I'm just not going to do it. That's not something you're going to be privy to. And you know, why some broad is going to call and make another man privy to her bed partner at the time is just freaking bizarre. So, that's some bizarre BS right there. I don't want to know who you got next to you, girlfriend. I don't want to know.
Well, I have a text from Dustin, the other one she said was missing. Remember Dustin? Dustin, but he's her young bodyguard.
Yes, the bodyguard. Yes.
Okay.
The Whitney Houston story here that she's trying to live.
Yeah, he texts that he ran from her one day. That he would wake in the morning and she would have her hand in his pants. And he said she was too old, he was young, and so he said all he could do was run. This is written from him. I'll send it to you. I think I sent it to you. Didn't I, Kristen, send it to you?
I believe that is in the plethora of the Sharon list.
And then he said that she started sending him messages that she's going to kill his family. So he just disappeared altogether until he sprung up with these messages, you know, that he's been sending. But the men run from her. They run from her.
Well, she's got a video of herself in the psych ward. I think we have a few of these saved. She's got a video of herself in the psych ward saying, nobody will listen to me. Nobody, they're just all treating like I'm crazy. Well, damn. Maybe there's something to that.
We need to share that.
Now that really upsets me even more because when that particular situation happened to me in my situation, that was the very, very last thing I would have ever thought of doing. I was just angry about the fact that they had done that to me. And I was desperately trying to get out because I was thrown in there against my will, without a court order, without nothing. And I was desperate to get out. I was clawing everybody in that facility, trying to find out how that could have even happened. And I'm still clearing my name from that. I still have an illegal court order on me in this state from that bullshit. I'm sorry, from that bull. And it angers me that somebody would use any kind of a situation like that. How do you sit there with a video camera at a mental institution when in that situation, it is horrific. I saw things in that place that will stay with me for the rest of my life. And that is,
I was there. I was there too.
Yeah. And when you are not crazy, I've never been diagnosed with a mental illness in my life, ever, not ever. And when you're sitting there in a place like that, and the goings on and the surroundings around you are that completely chaotic and out of control, me being the person that I am literally, because it wasn't just the patients, it was the staff as well. They were as local as the patient, I'm telling you what.
Well, and the thing is here, she states she's going to get on radio again and this sort of stuff. And I had checked out her history of being on the radio. She was on show with my main man, Vinny Eastwood. That was about, gosh, that was like maybe like 9 years ago, maybe 10 years, 11 years ago, where she was being kicked out of her house, and basically Vinny said, hey, here's the floor, if you want to ask for help. But I know Vinny Eastwood, him personally, he's not going to put much into somebody like that either. I asked him about it. He says he doesn't even remember her. So,
yeah, I just think it's highly unfortunate that somebody like Toby or anybody else for that matter, or your Truthtainment or Red Pill Hardcore, anybody, and that's what I was trying. That's a message I was trying to relay to Diana as well. Was, do you want an individual like this going from your show to the next show, doing this? You need to be standing up. I got another message from her, by the way, in my box during the taping here. So
can we hear it?
I had told her that, and I already told you this. I said, regardless of whether you're going to be there, I'm taping, and you can see right here. I gave her a link, and she put thank you, and I said, we are in the Zoom room. Her response was, okay, I hope everything is well.
Okay, well. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have it right there. We did give Diana Belleros a chance to come onto the show and get educated about this woman, but again, I think it's more about sensationalism, and maybe Amy has seduced her into thinking she's going to bring her to Hollywood with her, because they both have a heart on for Hollywood.
And as you can see, and I had sent you this message, I was not mean. I did send, because I think it's important to have everybody have the opportunity to speak out for themselves if this is going to happen. So I did send Amy an invitation. I think that was only fair. And I said, host of Targeted, I am the real deal, had my life destroyed by these maniacs. You are invited to face Targeted and tell your real story. Oh, I've heard and have been sent much info. You've been working the fields here, I see. That is what Targeted is all about. Tell your story to us and all. Myself, the Anthony Thomas, Toby Huitt, and last but not least, Diana Belleros. She will be there too. We all, at the same time, want to hear your stories. A link will appear here in an hour. Just click on that link, would you please? It will take you right to the Zoom room, and you can tell everyone at once just how bad things have gotten for you. I can't wait. It will be my pleasure to meet you, Amy. I have heard so much about you. That is the great thing about Targeted. All straight up to you guys, always welcome. See you soon.
Yeah.
But you see, she's not here. I'd never miss a chance to get on camera. She's not going to show up.
And there it is.
Exactly.
I sent a
Something's
screenshot
wrong there.
to read.
She's just a straight up scam artist. So we called her out on it. We gave her a chance. People go check out her profile. She has endless videos of herself. Endless woe me stories. Endless. The world has done me wrong. I wish somebody would help me. And if you're going to sit there and listen to that, she'll pick your pockets and move right on. If she thinks you're worth something, in her last couple of years of fertility, she might try to take your seed and get you on some child support or something. So, just warning to the men who try to pick her up.
That's probably one of the creepiest things I've heard in a long time is somebody, calling you up and telling you they're still fertile, like as in hint, let's recreate.
Oh, let me tell you, I was gonna grab a cup and seal it up and mail my sperm right to her. Let me tell you.
I would be jumping on that. You better get to the bathroom with a good book.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Toby, I really, honestly, I cannot thank you enough. You've proven to be a very, very kind and loving individual, and I'm saying that because back in the day, and you can relate to this. Back in the day, there was a certain type of individual that you used to be privileged to meet. People that were genuine, people that actually cared about people that were just normal people out there loving their family, taking care of their grandkids, doing the things that normal people do. That were, you unfortunately have been a victim of targeting just as I have, but you have proven to be an individual that truly does care about people. And you have been wonderful to me, and I want to thank you for that. And that is why I've done this for you and wanted to, as well as because it's not fair for anybody to not only be a targeted individual, but also to be slandered by an outside source on top of it. So I am terribly sorry, but as far as I'm concerned, I told you, my house is your house. Anytime, you're always welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. You've been kind. I
Thank
try
you
to do
for
what I
coming
can
on.
for the CI family.
Yeah. And this has been a very special edition of Targeted. I want to thank Toby and my co-host V, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.